it's Dearnatural62. You ever seen beautiful 3D nail art and you always wondered how do they do it? Well, now there's several ways to do 3D art. You can do them freehand, which is literally building a flower, which I might do a video later on. So I'll show you how to build a flower and actually make it. But if you're in a time crunch and you're in a show, you're in an event, and you don't have time to build flowers because you have so many clients waiting for you, this is the next best thing. You're at home and you're just addicted to nail polish and nail art and anything having to do with nails just like me, then you'll also love this. 3D nail art made by molds. These are silicone molds, and you can get these on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, bundlemonster.com. There's so many places where you can get these. They're absolutely adorable and they're easy to use. Each one has the same design, just several times in different sizes. For example, this one's butterfly. So there's 5 butterflies on here. Then there's flowers, different type of flowers, because this is one style and this is another and this is another, and this third one is basically building your flower with petals and everything. The reason I fell in love with these, I just realized how much time they save you, how easy they are to use, easy to clean, and you can make so many in different colors and you're all set. So I'll show you some that I've made already. I'm going to show you how to make one, but I'm also going to show you what they look like and how to take them out of the molds. So let me show you how to make one real quick and then we'll take it from there. Now for these, you're gonna need, I like to make colored acrylics. I like to make my own colored acrylic and also buy colored acrylics. But the great thing about making your own is you can customize so many different shades and from the same pigment. I'm actually using C&D products here. I'll list the products down below, and it's the additives from C&D, and it basically just a little bit made all these different shades. You just use less and less and less. You get this fading effect of colors. I absolutely love them. And maybe I'll also do a video on how I store them because I store them in so many different ways. So we're gonna use for this, we're gonna use the pink right before the darkest pink. I haven't named these colors yet, but maybe I'll name them too and label them. That'll be even more organized. I do like to keep a neat setup, so we're gonna use this pink right here. Whenever I use these containers, I like to just push all my powder to one side, and I'll tell you why. Because when you're using your monomer liquid, sometimes it can get to the bottom of these and it'll bubble up. So I try not to, so I make all my powder move to one side. So when I grab my powder, I'm only grabbing powder and I'm not touching the plastic. So now when doing this, I like to use a size brush 8 and smaller. Anything bigger than an 8 is too big and it's gonna be too messy getting all the liquid inside the little section that's needed. These molds are very tiny. As you can see, look, I have it against my finger. These little molds are about 2 inches. They're not that big. So, which makes sense. You don't wanna use a brush that's too big. So now I'm just gonna soak my brush in. Really get it saturated, wipe off the excess, pat it down a bit, wipe off, grab just a little bit of liquid towards the tip. I like to wet the inside of my mold before I'm using it, just making sure you don't leave any bubbles. But the great thing about it, it helps me, especially if the mold is big like this, the consistency stays wet for me, so it gives me time to play around. So now I'm gonna go in with a nice size ball. I let my ball really get saturated and wet, and then I place down and I start to pat it in. You have to kind of work fast with this, not extremely fast, but you can't like do this and take a break or anything. So really take your time and fill your mold. Don't overfill your mold. I'll show you what happens if you do that. I let everything get wet. There should be no powder on your brush when you go in. And then I should be good. Make sure there's nothing on the sides. And the reason for this is when you take your mold out, you don't want to have any cleanup work. And I'll show you what happened and what I'm talking about. You want everything to remain the same. Also, make sure you pat your mold down because it should be a flat surface. You shouldn't have any bumps or anything. Because if this is going to be embedded on a nail, you want it to be a smooth surface. Now, these molds don't only have to be used with nail art. I've actually made bigger bows and I've attached them to glasses. I've made necklaces. There's so many things you can do with these molds. So I'm gonna let that dry and I'm gonna show you how to remove the others. You're gonna need a good tweezer for this. So I'll let that dry, so I'll work on this side. So this one is what happens if you go beyond the excess. I wanted to show you what happens. It's basically the same flower, just bigger though. But you notice how the edges on this one is all smooth and it has its shape, while this one just looks round and like a blob. That's because I went over the lines and I wanted to show you that. So make sure you clean, because now what you have to do is take out the time, file them off with the smoothest side of your nail filer. The smoothest side will gently, and you have to use a light hand to do this, or you can cut around. So that's a reason why I really do try to make sure I clean up all around the edges of my mold before letting it set and dry. Now to remove your molds, I'll show you this real quick. All you do is twist the body. Twist your body. You can tell when your mold is done, it's dry. This one's still a little sticky, so I know it's still a little wet. Once you twist it, it's easy to pop out. Great thing about these molds is all the detail you get to see. The detail is so intricate and it's all seen by the naked eye, no matter how big or how small your item is. Now I'll show you a trick to get these. To get your flowers to have this look to it, all you do is lay down white acrylic down first in the center, just a little bit, and then add your color, your solid color on top behind, and it'll give you this cute effect that I absolutely love. So basically what you do is you twist your body, and if you're very quiet, you'll hear like a snap sound, then you know it's ready to come out. And then you just lift it up. You notice all the detail and everything? Absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you've enjoyed this 3D nail art tutorial. The possibilities are endless. The things that you can do, you can actually even draw on your acrylic. You can paint your acrylics. You can do whatever you want to do. And I'll show you some that I did on my training hand. I'm so excited about my training hand. I did 3 fingers and I'll show you that right now. So it's Dearnatural62. Don't forget to like this video and don't forget to tell me which one of these are like your favorite nail arts. Like which mold did I make that you absolutely love? And if you want to see more on things that I buy and nail hauls, definitely let me know, because I'm so sorry. I will be doing more videos. I just had a lot going on, but I really love you guys and I'm happy to be back and more videos to come. So don't forget to subscribe to both my YouTube channels, Dearnatural62 and Dearnatural, and definitely check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. I'm everywhere. Just Google me. Let me stop. Just hit me up and we'll chat one-on-one. So it's Dearnatural62. Take care. Bye-bye.